What is going on, Pats Nation? You guys already know who it is. Patriots Global back here with another video. And in this one, we are going to be talking about 4 surprising cuts that the New England Patriots could make heading into week 1 and final roster cutdowns. Now, of course, we have a long time to go until that point, until the Patriots have to go from 90 players down to 53. But we are at a position in the offseason in training camp, which at any given day, you could see a surprising cut. You could see multiple cuts, but especially surprising cuts you could see because this is where the Patriots like to start turning their roster to get ready for day one. So without further ado, let's roll that Patriots couple intro and get into today's video. Now, the first potential cut that I have as a surprise cut is running back Kevin Harris. And before we get into this, guys, make sure you do follow my other social medias. I am trying to also start growing everything other than just YouTube. So I post a lot on Twitter with statistics about the Patriots, with other takes about the Patriots stuff you don't see here on YouTube. So go ahead and follow me on Twitter, guys. My handles are always in the link in the description box below. Also, follow me over on TikTok. I do a lot of Patriots news and NFL news over there too. That'll be in the link in the description box below also. And of course, over on Instagram. Now, Kevin Harris, right? This is a guy the Patriots drafted into the 6th round just about a year ago, right? This is his second season, and he's in a position where he's either going to make the roster or he's going to be on the practice squad. Those are the only two options, right? Because I don't see another team, unless he has an excellent preseason, claiming him once the Patriots would potentially cut him, unless he has a fantastic preseason. But if he does, he's just going to make the final roster. The reason I have him as a potential cut is because I am predicting that the Patriots do sign some type of veteran running back. And we made a video on this, then bringing in Leonard Fournette, Darrell Henderson. Obviously, rumors going around about Dalvin Cook. There is obviously a level of interest from the Patriots on bringing in some help at the running back position. I don't think it can all be on Ramondre, especially after missing out on DeAndre Hopkins. They really need to solidify this running back group because they're going to heavily lean on it for their offensive success in this upcoming season. So with that being said, Kevin Harris could be the guy on the outside looking in. I know we've heard that Pierre Strong maybe he's a guy on the outside looking in, but they drafted him in the 4th round, again, just a year ago versus Kevin Harris, who was a 6th round pick. That speed that Pierre Strong has is very different than any other running back on this current roster because no other guy has that speed. He could very much be a 3rd down back for the Patriots. I really think there's still a role for Pierre Strong versus where, hey, the Patriots bring in, let's say, Leonard Fournette or Darrell Henderson. That's an easy replacement for somebody like Kevin Harris. So in my mind, they bring in a veteran, and if that is the case, Kevin Harris would be the guy on the outside looking in. Now, next up here is going to be Lawrence Guy. Now, unfortunately, Lawrence Guy is in a situation that he kind of put himself in. Now, why did he put himself in that situation? We don't know, right? There's rumors going around about maybe he's deciding to retire and he's not sure. So he's throwing out the idea, well, maybe if the Patriots entice me a little bit to keep playing, then I'll do it. Is he going to actually play? That is the $1 million question. We have not seen him at all this offseason. Will he report to training camp? I doubt it, but we will just have to wait and see. As we all know, the Patriots have been clearing up a lot of money. They still have about $15 million in available cap space right now after finally finishing up signing their entire 2023 draft class. So what are they going to do with all that money? They do like to roll with some money heading into the season, but that's a lot of money to still have to not make any moves. Some speculation going around that, hey, maybe they were trying to free up some cap space to try to entice Lawrence Guy into coming back. He's not necessarily the guy they need from a playmaking standpoint, but a guy from a leadership standpoint on and off the field that they would like to keep. So If that is the case, I do think Lawrence Guy does stay. I do think that there is still a role for him. I think if he leaves, then a guy like Keon White, the rookie, does take over for him very nicely. But I think that the Patriots with Keon White would ideally like to keep him at about, 40%, maybe 50% of defensive snaps within the first year and have Lawrence Guy still take over that role. And then next year, either guy is, done with the Patriots or he just ends up retiring. But if he doesn't show up to camp, then he's just going to be cut. Your best ability is availability. I would expect if Lawrence Guy is cut, that shortly after we would hear that he just ends up retiring. I think if he doesn't play for the Patriots, he doesn't play anywhere at all. But the Patriots really don't like guys that stay out of practice. They don't like guys that stay out, especially for contract purposes. And Lawrence Guy, again, he's the type of guy the Patriots really don't need. If you want to stay out of practice, okay, fine. We drafted your replacement just in the second round. We'll roll with a younger guy who's going to be a more athletic and electrifying version of you that is going to light up the statistics boards much better than Lawrence Guy is. Again, he's here because of what he does off the field and from a leadership standpoint. So if he keeps holding out and Belichick is going to be cheap about the money, then I think Lawrence Guy is a surprise cut. Moving on to my third guy here, it's Jack Jones. There should be absolutely no surprise here that Jack Jones is my third guy on this list. And that's really, again, all up to what happens legally. And we could be at a position where we don't know anything from a legal standpoint for 6 months. We might be at a point we don't hear for 8 months or a year. When it comes to legal situations, we don't exactly know what to expect. We talk about football here. We don't talk about the law, as most people talking about this topic do. So that's kind of out of our hands. It's more of a projection. But if the Patriots kind of say, we're hearing some things, we kind of want our cleaner hands of the situation. Starting the 2023 season, we want to start off on the right foot. We want to be in the right mentality. We want to be ready. We don't want to be at a position where come December, you randomly have to be released or you're randomly suspended. And that could be another situation. Maybe the NFL decides to suspend him and the Patriots go, we're not going to deal with that. We're just going to release you. So I think Jack Jones could be a guy that is a potential surprise cut. Again, I say surprise because at the end of the day, I do think the Patriots should keep on to him as long as possible because of what he brings from a player standpoint on the field. We still have to figure out what's going on legal-wise, but if they can keep him, I would say do it. But again, because of the situation that happened this offseason at Logan Airport, we knew the Patriots almost cut him right after news came out about it. And if things don't get any better for Jack Jones in any way, any shape, any form, then I think the Patriots end up cutting him. No point in wasting a roster spot this offseason for a guy that's not going to be on your roster. And my fourth and final guy here is going to be kicker Nick Folk. Now, Nick Folk is on the outside looking in. I think some people see it the other way, that kicker Chad Ryland is the guy that is on the outside looking in, or maybe the Patriots roll with two kickers. I wouldn't do that. And I think the Patriots are at a position, special teams wise, where there's a lot of questions because if your guy is Nick Folk, who is going to kick off for you? Because you don't want Nick Folk kicking off. That's something he's never done here in New England. He's done it a little bit in practice so far this offseason. That's not what you want. If he is your kicker, he's an aging kicker. He fell off towards the end of the 2022 season. You don't want to add another layer on top of that and have him start to kick off. But we did see that Bryce Behringer is a guy that doesn't really necessarily kick off. He punts, but he's not a guy who kicks off. So is there a world in which Nick Folk is your kicker, but the guy who kicks off is Chad Ryland? Maybe, but I don't see it. I don't think that's a smart move for the Patriots to roll with two kickers, one of which to kick and one of which to kick off, especially with the new kickoff rules, and then a punter. I think there's a lot of other spots that roster spot could go to, and I do think that you could get Nick Folk back on the practice squad or just say, hey, it's week 4. Things aren't panning out well for us. We're going to re-sign you. Come back here to New England. I don't think he wants to restart new at this point in his career. So I do think that he is on the outside looking in. Like I said, I do think that Chad Ryland, for the most part, has looked good, but he's also a 4th round pick. So this isn't a situation like the Patriots had with their kicker Justin Rohrwasser with the whole tattoo situation comes in, is booming kicks, doesn't even make it in the field goals, hitting the porta potties rather than getting it through the uprights. It's not a situation like that. He's proven him, as in Chad Ryland, to be a lot more of an effective kicker, not only from an accuracy standpoint, but also from a distance standpoint also. And as long as he's not heading into camp or heading into the preseason, absolutely shanking kicks and being inconsistent, then I think that he's the guy that ultimately takes over this job. But guys, what are your thoughts on my 4 surprising cuts for the New England Patriots? Let me know in the comment section below. Remember to leave a big like on this video, and of course, subscribe to the channel for all of your New England Patriots news. Guys, a few days away from training camp, I'm going to have you covered from top to bottom, all the news every single day, some exclusive content, exclusive videos. This is the time of year that this channel is going to start booming. You guys are not going to want to miss out on anything. So make sure while you're at it, once you are subscribed, hit that bell notification so that you get notified for all the videos I post. And of course, make sure you guys do follow my other social medias for some more exclusive New England Patriots news. Like always, though, I do appreciate you guys for watching. And never forget, go Pats.